If you are an indie author, you are about to spend the next 10 minutes saving yourself months of wasted effort. Authors right now are asking the same question over and over. Should I focus on social media, an email list, ARC readers, paid ads, or something else? The data is clear. 78% of authors are using at least one social platform every single week. Higher earning indies are stacking tactics, and BookTok alone helped sell over 50 million books in 2025. So the question is not whether marketing matters, it is which moves actually work. In this video, I am going to walk you through 25 book marketing truths that almost nobody explains clearly. Every one is a fix you can use today. Let's go. Here is exactly what we are covering. 25 truths grouped into 5 plays. The first 5 are how to set up to sell before you even launch. 6 through 10 are how to build trust and reach. 11 through 15 are how to aim sharper and use lead magnets the right way. 16 through 20 are about channels, branding, and signal. And 21 through 25 are how to polish your packaging and get word of mouth working. Stay to the end. The last truth is the one that actually makes word of mouth happen, and almost nobody talks about it. Let us start with truth number 1. When should you start marketing your book? If you wait until launch day, you are already losing. Most authors treat launch day like the starting line. It is not. The starting line is 60 to 90 days earlier. Readers need to see your cover, your premise, your characters, and your idea before you ask them to buy. If the first time someone hears about your book is the day it goes live, you missed the entire build-up. So start now. Share the cover, share a scene, share what made you write it. Make people feel the book come alive. That is the 90-day launch rule. Readers buy faster when they have already seen the book. Why do good books still get ignored? Because the cover is doing the wrong job. Your cover is not decoration. It is your first sales pitch. Readers judge genre, quality, and trust in about 2 seconds. So if your thriller cover looks like a sweet romance, thriller readers will never click. Here is the test. Pull up the top 10 bestsellers in your genre. Put your cover next to them. Ask yourself one question. Does mine clearly belong on that shelf? If the answer is no, fix the cover before you spend another dollar on ads. Because if your cover confuses readers, your marketing has to work twice as hard to make up for it. Why do Amazon ads bring clicks but almost no sales? Because ads do not sell your book. Your book page sells your book. Ads only bring people to the door. Once they get there, the cover, the title, the reviews, the price, the blurb, and the sample pages have to close the sale. So when an author spends real money, gets 400 clicks, and sells 3 copies, the ads are not broken. The book page is. Here's the simple fix. Check your click rate first. If clicks are low, your cover and keywords are the problem. If clicks are high but sales are low, your blurb, reviews, price, and look inside are the problem. Paid traffic makes weak packaging expensive. Fix the page first. Why do some books absolutely blow up on BookTok while others get nothing? Because BookTok does not care that your book exists. It cares how your book feels. Most authors post like they are making an announcement. My book is out now. New release, available on Amazon. Nobody shares that. Readers share books that make them cry, laugh, panic, blush, or feel seen. Watch the difference. One author says my fantasy book is out today. Another says she has to marry the villain who killed her brother. The second one gets the click every single time. So stop selling the book. Sell the feeling inside the book. Lead with the emotional promise. Use tropes, use stakes. Make the viewer feel the scene before you ever say the title. What actually makes a book description sell? It is not a summary. A blurb should not explain the whole book. It should make the reader need the next page. Authors write blurbs like school reports. Setting, world, characters, system, plot, the end. Readers do not want a report. They want conflict, curiosity, and a reason to care. So when a fantasy author lists 5 kingdoms, 3 magic systems, and 10 character names before giving the reader one clear problem, the reader is gone. Here's the formula. Start with the main character. Show what they want. Show what blocks them. End with a choice, a danger, or a question. That is the movie trailer rule. Show enough to hook them. Do not show enough to satisfy them. Why do authors need early reviews? Because reviews are not ego. Reviews are trust. A reader taking a chance on an unknown author wants proof that other people already took the risk and survived. Here is what that looks like in real life. 2 similar romance books, side by side. One has 3 reviews, one has 237. Same genre, same price. The second book feels safer. So readers click that one first, every time. The fix is simple. Build an ARC team before launch. Give your readers a clear deadline. Follow up kindly after release. And never pressure people for fake positive reviews. Because readers do not want to be first, they want to be safe. Why do authors still need an email list in 2025? Because followers are rented, email subscribers are owned. Social platforms can change the rules overnight. They can throttle you, shadow ban you, or kill the feature you depend on. Email is yours forever. Here is the proof. One author has 20,000 followers, posts a launch, and only 300 people see it. Another author has 2,000 email subscribers, hits send, and sells books the same day. Smaller list, bigger result. So build the magnet. Put the sign-up link in the back of every book, and email your readers between launches, not just when you want their money. Your newsletter is not old school. It is your author insurance policy. What should authors post besides "I am writing"? Because here's the truth. Readers do not follow you because you wrote a chapter today. They follow you because your world is interesting. Writing updates matter to existing fans. They are gold for people who already love your work. But cold readers, brand new strangers, need a reason to care first. So, when an author posts 2,000 words today, a reader scrolls past because they do not know the story yet. Instead, post the conflict, post the character wound, post the trope. Post the one moment that made you sit down and write this book in the first place. Nobody buys a book because you hit your word count. They buy because the story made them feel something. Why does genre matter so much in book marketing? Because your genre is not a label. It is a promise to the reader. Readers want to know exactly what kind of experience they are buying. If your marketing hides the genre, or worse, sends the wrong signal, people get confused, and confused readers do not click buy. Watch what happens when a cozy mystery is dressed up like a dark crime thriller. The wrong readers buy it. They expected comfort. They got danger. And then they leave one-star reviews because you broke the promise. So study the top 20 books in your genre. Notice the covers, the titles, the blurbs, the tropes, the price points. Match the promise, then add your twist. Break genre rules only after readers know which game they are playing. Why do series sell so much better than single books for indie authors? Because a single book has to sell once. A series can sell again and again. Marketing gets dramatically easier when one happy reader buys book 2, then book 3, then book 4. The same $50 in ad spend that brought you one reader can now bring you 4 sales instead of 1. But if there is no book 2, that money stops cold. Right there. So, plan the next book before you ever launch the first one. Add a teaser chapter at the end of every book. Link clearly to the next step. Use book 1 to sell the series. This is the read-through rule. The profit in indie publishing is almost always after book 1. Who should authors actually market to? Because if your book is for everyone, your marketing speaks to absolutely no one. Readers buy when they feel like the book was made for their taste, their fear, their dream, or their obsession. Watch how this changes everything. A book for anyone who likes adventure is weak. It speaks to no one. A pirate fantasy for readers who love enemies to lovers, and cursed treasure is sharp. That speaks to a real person, so name the exact reader. Name the emotional payoff. Name the books or tropes they already love. Then build all of your content around that one person. Specific books are easier to sell than broad books, every single time. What should authors actually give away to grow an email list? Because here is the catch. A freebie only works if it attracts the same people who will buy your book. Authors give away random checklists, samples, or generic PDFs and wonder why nobody buys later. A good reader magnet is not a freebie. It is a doorway into the same world as your book. Watch what goes wrong without that. A fantasy author offers a random writing guide as a freebie. It works. People sign up. But then they do not buy the fantasy novel because they came for writing tips, not fantasy stories. The fix is simple. Offer a bonus scene, a prequel, a deleted chapter, a short story, or a character letter. Make it match your main book. Promote it in the back of every book. Because your free gift should attract readers, not just email addresses. How should authors actually work with book influencers? Stop begging. Book influencers do not owe you attention just because you wrote a book. They get pitched 10 times a day. Many authors send cold messages that sound like demands. Please review my book. Please share my launch. That gets ignored every time. Creators want books that fit their audience and make good content. So when a bookstagrammer who only posts dark romance gets a random business book pitch, the answer is no. Always. Instead, study what the creator already posts. Mention exactly why your book fits their taste. Keep the pitch short. Give them a clean content angle. Influencer outreach works when it feels like a match, not a favor. What should authors put at the end of their book? Anything but a dead end, because the last page of your book is the most valuable real estate you own. When a reader finishes, they are warm, they just had an emotional experience. They love you for a moment. That is the absolute best time to ask for the next action. But what do most authors do? They end the story, drop a thank you, and that is it. The reader closes the book and has no idea you have a newsletter, a sequel, or a bonus chapter. So at the end of every book, ask for a review, link to your next book, offer your reader magnet, invite them to your email list. The best time to market your next book is right after the last chapter. Should authors discount their books? Yes, but only with a reason. Because random discounts train readers to wait. Smart discounts create momentum. A sale works best when it is tied to a launch, a promo site, a series push, a holiday, or a clear campaign. Watch what happens without that. An author drops the price to 99 cents for no reason, posts about it once on Instagram, and gets nothing, because the discount on its own does not create traffic. It only converts traffic that already exists. So pick a reason for every sale. Stack promo sites, email, and social posts around it. Measure sales before, during, and after, because a discount without traffic is just a cheaper book. Should authors sell books directly from their own website? Eventually, yes, but not yet. Direct sales are powerful, but they are not beginner mode. Selling direct gives you more control and a bigger margin, but you still need traffic, trust, email, delivery, and customer support. Watch this go wrong. An excited author orders boxes of signed books, builds a beautiful store on their site, and then realizes nobody knows the store exists. The books just sit there, so start direct sales only after you have real reader demand. Test with signed copies or special bundles first. Use email, not social, to drive the traffic. And keep fulfillment simple. Direct sales work best when you already have readers to send there. How can authors sell books offline? Easier than you think. Because here's the secret nobody talks about. Your town might care about your book before the internet does. Local bookstores, libraries, podcasts, schools, clubs, and community groups can give authors something the algorithm never will. Trust. Fast. Watch what this looks like. A local author posts online for months and barely cracks 100 views. Then they do one library talk and sell 40 copies in a single afternoon. So pitch one local event this month. Connect the book to a local theme, issue, or audience. Bring a simple flyer with a QR code and collect emails at the event. Sometimes the fastest way to find readers is to leave the algorithm. What is an author brand really? It is not your colors. It is not your logo. Your brand is the feeling readers expect when they see your name. Readers remember the experience you deliver, funny and sharp, dark and emotional, cozy and safe, useful and clear. That is the brand. Watch what happens without it. An author posts productivity advice on Monday, vampire memes on Tuesday, then parenting rants on Wednesday. The audience gets lost. They cannot tell what they are following anymore. So pick 3 themes you want to be known for. Repeat them often. Make your bio, your posts, your emails, and your book pages all feel connected. A strong author brand makes readers know exactly what they are coming back for. Why do so many pre-orders flop? Because authors think the link does the work. A pre-order link is not a marketing plan. Most authors drop the link, post once, and then hope readers remember. They will not. Pre-orders need repeated reasons to care. Watch how this fails. An author posts the pre-order link in January for a March release. One post. Then they go silent. Then in March they say nobody bought. Of course nobody bought. Readers forgot. So create weekly pre-order content. Share bonuses, quotes, early reviews, and behind-the-scenes glimpses. Give readers a reason to act now, not later, and remind them more than once. Readers are busy. Your pre-order needs more than one announcement to actually move. Should authors use tropes in their marketing? Yes, always. Because tropes are not lazy. Tropes are shortcuts to reader desire. Readers use tropes to find feelings they already want. Enemies to lovers. Found family. Only one bed. Chosen one. Grumpy sunshine. These are not cliches. They are search terms. Watch the difference. A romance author says it is a story about healing. That is vague and forgettable. Another author says grumpy, single dad meets sunshine nanny. That sells itself. Same genre, completely different result. So list the top tropes in your book. Put them in your posts, your blurbs, and your graphics. Then add your fresh twist so it does not feel generic. Tropes tell readers this book has the thing you already love. Why do readers click your book and then not finish buying? Because the sample pages broke the promise. Your first pages have exactly one job. Prove that the cover and the blurb did not lie. If the book promises danger, heat, mystery, or practical help, the opening should deliver that energy fast. Watch what happens when it does not. A thriller blurb promises a missing girl. The reader clicks, look inside. The first chapter spends 12 pages on weather and breakfast. Click. They are gone. So read your first 10 pages like a buyer, not a writer. Ask yourself, would I keep going? If not, start closer to the problem. Cut the slow setup. Readers do not owe your book patience. You earn every page. What should an author website actually do? More than just prove you exist. Most author websites have a bio, a book cover, and no clear next step. That wastes every single visitor. Watch this happen. A reader sees you on TikTok, gets curious, types in your name, lands on your site, and immediately gets confused. They cannot find the best book to start with. They cannot find the newsletter sign up. So they leave, forever. So put your best starting book right at the top. Add a clear sign up offer, add the buy links, add one short line saying exactly who your books are for. A pretty website that does not capture readers is just a digital poster. Your site needs to do a job. How can authors actually write better posts? Steal from your readers. The best book marketing uses the exact words readers already use. Authors describe their books from the writer's perspective. Readers describe what they want to feel. Listen to the gap. The author says, a multi-generational literary exploration of family and identity. The reader says, a book that breaks my heart but gives me hope. Those are not the same sentence. The reader sentence sells. The author sentence does not. So read reviews of similar books. Write down the phrases that keep coming up. Use those exact phrases in your hooks, blurbs, and ads. Speak like the reader, not like a press release. Reviews are free copywriting research sitting right there waiting for you. Why does social media feel so exhausting for authors? Because posting every day means absolutely nothing if every post says the same weak thing. Authors burn out because they think volume is the strategy. It is not. Better content comes from sharper angles, not more reps. Watch the difference. An author posts 30 times in a month, all variations of buy my book, silence. Another author posts one scene setup that ends with a question, and the comments fill up with, I need this. Same effort, completely different result. So build 5 repeatable angles. Character problem, trope. Quote, reader pain, behind the scenes. Rotate them instead of inventing from scratch every day. Track saves, comments, and clicks. The goal is not more posts. The goal is more reasons to care.